You can see two empty shelves, but then towards the back of it, just there, you can actually see a coffin. I'm not sure if there's anything to see. But it's more like a timber coffin. Hi guys, so we're in the area, so we've decided to come back to the Seymour mausoleum just to see if there's any more kind of update on it, any more repairs. We've a better torch, so maybe we'll be able to get a look in again. And we're just here. There's a little river that runs the whole way up along and a big long lane up towards it. So I'll turn you back on again in a second. So as you can see, this is the little lane that brings you up to the Seymour mausoleum and the home that they lived in. It's like a castle that's up here as well. So anyone that hasn't seen the Seymour mausoleum, it'll be nice to take a look at it again. We've two beautiful horses there just in the field, a white and a black one. Right, so just there in the distance is the Seymour mausoleum, and it's a good few months since we were here. It was very, very windy and rainy, and it actually looks like it's more overgrown than what it was back then. I can see a lot of thistles growing up there. But we have this beautiful path to walk up along. Yeah, it definitely looks fairly overgrown, and that is a pity. And we have, of course, the little cemetery. I have my hat on because there is a lot of bugs and midgets attacking us as we're walking up along through the countryside. Wow, there is a lot of flies around here. Now we do have cows as well, so that could be the reason for all those flies, I'd imagine. Oh, they're coming over. They're very inquisitive, aren't they? Oh. Alright, so the gate is just in front of us here. Wow, will we even get across here? That's the little graveyard under the trees. Wow, after all the work they carried out, it's a pity to see it so overgrown now. I don't think we'll even get through here, will we? We will. Just about my backpack. Now. And it has been extremely warm today. So it has kind of cooled a little bit. So there it is, guys, just ahead of us. Plenty of thistles and nettles here. And it does look like the cows have been coming in under those trees. And thank God it has been so dry, because it would be an absolute mess otherwise. There's that fantastic door. And we still have the opening. So we might be able to take a look inside. I have a pretty good torch with me. And we just won't be able to walk right around like we did before. I suppose with the good weather now, the weeds have kind of flown up and have made the place very hard to walk around. You can see all the nettles and thistles just there. It's actually in a whole big field all on its own here. So I'll just show you again. There's actually nothing there. But we'll go. Trying to think, maybe I'll go on the other side. I might try and stand up there actually and see if we can look in. Yeah, there's definitely been cows walking around close here. So it's kind of just as well that there's no cows today. So there's the gap over the door. So I'm going to pause the video and get grave visitations to either hold the torch or the phone, and we'll have a closer look inside. Right, so as you can see, just over the door there we have a couple of shelves, and there doesn't seem to be anything in there at all. There they are, empty shelves. But if you go to the back, you can see the lead coffin, and I'm going to zoom in and see if we can get a better view. Oh yeah, so the coffin is still in the same state it was in. Oops, I'll try and steady the gimbal a bit now. And you can see there's actually skeletal remains. I think I can see the skull there, maybe, or maybe it's I'm not actually sure. But that is skeletal remains for sure. And then the empty shelves just there. And there's one actually below it that is also empty. It's very hard to steady the gimbal. We're getting nipped by flies as well. So there's the lower shelf there and the higher shelf. Now I'm going to go across to the other side. I'm just going to pause the video for a second. So we've just noticed that there's actually the outline of a cross there on the ground. And then if I lean across this side and zoom in a bit, you can see two empty shelves, But then towards the back of it, just there, you can actually see a coffin. I'm not sure if there's anything to see. But it's more like a timber coffin. But it seems that the top of it might be split, or there's a chunk gone missing from it. I'm just going to put the gimbal on the... If I can turn it around a bit. There. Oh, so the empty shelves are just there. It's hard to steady the gimbal actually.
Bone there, isn't it?
Where?
On top of the empty shelf.
Is there? Top one?
Yeah. Just there.
Oh wow, there is two. Oh, look at that. So I wonder are animals getting in there now. I'd say there's animals getting in there and moving bones, or moving, yeah, bones around. I'm just trying to move this gimbal with my... Now there's that coffin. Wow. And actually what I'm going to do is pause the video again for a second and try and put the gimbal on the tripod, or on the extended arm on the other side. So the camera is not really adjusting properly. There, so that's the camera, or the camera, that's the coffin on the ground there. It's actually quite hard for me to adjust the gimbal there, because it keeps going out of focus. It's trying to focus, but it won't. There you are, guys. So unfortunately, it is in no better condition. If anything, has probably gotten worse. Let me just try and... It's probably gotten worse since we were last here. And there's probably, I'd imagine, animals going in there as well and pulling the remains around. So it's sad to see. I thought that maybe, you know, they would have sorted it out and fixed it, but you know, it seems that they did a lot of work and then it's kind of just been left as it is. But it is a beautiful mausoleum, and Egyptian style or Gothic style maybe. I'm not really sure.
I think the entrance looks more Egyptian looking.
The entrance and the door maybe, yeah. The big steps down to it. It's I'm not going to chance walking down there today. The last time it was pretty slippy with all the leaves, and there's even more leaves there now. But then we have the little adjoining cemetery that we read all the headstones that were in there. You know, it's a beautiful little cemetery there. Lisheen, I think, is the name on it. But yeah, because we were in the area, I decided that I wanted to come back and take one more look. We'll probably never come back this way again, you know. Right, so we've actually noticed, guys, that there's two coffins. There's one on the ground, and then there's one, if I can just there at the top. So there's actually two there on the left and then one on the right. Now it's very hard to see on my phone. I don't know why. It's not really showing what we can see. And we're kind of leaning over the edge. Well, so yeah, there's three coffins, two on the left that are damaged but not as bad as the one at the bottom on the right. Right guys, I couldn't actually leave knowing we'd probably never be back and not go down these steps one more time. I'll show you these amazing doors. Look at that. And you can see all the leaves have built up. And that's where we were looking kind of over. So an amazing building, a mausoleum, but unfortunately time hasn't been kind. So guys, that is probably going to be our last time we visit the Seymour mausoleum. An amazing building, an amazing mausoleum to the Seymours. And to the three people that are there, I hope they are resting in peace. So guys, with that being said, from Lawrencetown and the beautiful Seymour mausoleum, for myself and Grave Visitations, if you haven't already subscribe to his channel. Take care, God bless. And we have to walk that big lane back now.
Yeah,
with
more
the
flies.
With the flies. Take care, God bless, and we'll talk to you all soon.
See you soon, guys.
Bye.